Hello, this is MOP. Organizing and recycling, organize and decluttering is a good thing. And now, not just in Japan, many countries, it is getting almost a movement or nearly a religious cult to declutter. And yeah, especially I understand in Japan because houses are small and each room is smaller than those in the US. And most part of Japan, there are 4 seasons. So it's important to organize and not having extra stuff. And ever since I started Airbnb hosting, it is suggested to keep the house clean and organized. Yes, someone who told me for the first time was when I requested professional photography through Airbnb. Was it either photographer or Airbnb community manager back then? It was year 2002, so 7 years ago. And before the photographer shows up, let's declutter. Yeah. So, and then I thought it's a good idea. So, and I tried to trash or recycle at least one item every time I host Airbnb guest. But oftentimes I don't get rid of things because I did already. Yeah, we relocate a lot, and every time we move, we got rid of a lot of stuff. Someday I should make house tour of my place, and then it is very clean and organized. And this footage is my volunteer work at local humane society. I honestly don't know the difference between animal shelter and humane society. This humane society, no kill policy, and of course everybody here is both dogs and cats. They are all neutered and spayed. Neuter is for boy, and spay is for girl. And yes, I do enjoy decluttering activity, and not just doing in my house, and also inside my car. My car interior, before I started driving for rideshare, Uber and Lyft, so the Uber instruction says organize and declutter your car. So my car don't have any don't have anything. And decluttering, so-called, I wonder if I should call movement. I remember MGTOW, MGTOW, men going their own way, is not a movement. And I quite don't understand the meaning of it is not movement. My understanding might be wrong. It might be like there is no big building or headquarter and who is chairperson and stuff. I guess they don't, and they don't do marching in Washington D.C. or anything like that. Possibly that might be well, that is my understanding. When when people say it is not a movement. And back to the topic, the decluttering, or should I say project? And I read blogs and watch YouTube videos about decluttering, and then now they are talking about not just books, clothes, makeup, and those things. They are talking about human being also, saying that if this person is not not any good value or good merit to you, ditch that person. And also, if anyone in front of you is not useful to you, don't let the person come into your life. And then, yeah, well, I understand finally why I don't have friends because I am useless, because I don't have fancy education. I don't have advanced degree, and I don't have a high paying job, and people love bragging about their job, and then I have business trip to London, England next week, or I don't want to go again. I just came back from Dubai, and people love to brag that they don't like business trip, and I don't enjoy listening to people bragging, and I guess I project some vibe that, oh hey, I don't want to be around anyone who is constantly bragging. And then so the title of this video, are you either the cut type of people like toxic friend or family member, or people ditch you? Yeah, so this video title, did you ditch people, or people ditch you? And in my opinion, people ditch someone if someone is not useful to them. So people only come to me only when they want something from me. And then if I am not useful anymore, and then people don't talk to me. And I guess that happened to everybody all the time now. So I guess I'm not the only one. And here is the word. Yeah, which is why when the since when people is viewed as useless, then people don't approach that person. And yeah, I know it's sad, but so generally speaking, people are the one who ditch me, because oftentimes I am less educated than they are, and I make less money than they are, and I live in a less fancy place than they are. So I am the last person to be remembered and last person to fit in, and I am the first person to be forgotten, unfortunately. But when I think back, I did ditch people, and when I count, actually I ditched two people when I was single. One Japanese person uh, who is 1 year younger than me. So she is like a classmate in my high school, and yes, yeah, she turned out like a bipolar person. And second person when I was single, that is her, my host mother who lives in Los Angeles, and yeah, she's a little bit older than my mom, and typical uh, uh, American uh, American women who has had three husbands, married three times, meaning two divorces and one the third husband deceased and actually committed suicide. And yeah, yeah, she's kind of like a so-called strong, independent women, and not feminine at all. And that was when I was single. So it's almost 30 years ago. And after I got married, how many people I ditched? Two American women and one Japanese woman. So after I got married, I got to know a newspaper writer. I used to work for a newspaper company. It was like not so not so fancy job, but it was a small company, so I I got to know the person. And then she became my roommate when my husband was staying in Spain for 2 months, in Bulgaria for 4 months. And then the newspaper writer was on going through her second divorce. And then I never had roommate before in my life because I went to college from my parents' house in Yokohama, and then I went to the college campus in near. Oh, I guess I shouldn't say which train station, otherwise people might know. Oh, MOP went to this college. Oh, this and that. So that's that. And then yeah, that journalist was kind of attitude was not so good, especially when I lived with her as a roommate. And then the last American person was my couple partner. Uh, she is very jealous person and sarcastic, and so after the class workshop ended and no longer need to do couple. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Yeah. This is Siberian Husky. Yeah. And then here goes. And then thank you so much and have a great night.